Yo, 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 yo. What the business is, YouTube? This your boy over here, Pursuit of Freedom. Right now, you're looking at my YouTube page, my YouTube channel, some of the things that I'm interested in. Probably go pick me up one of these here Mavic Airs. But anyway, I want to talk to you about a few trades, my last few trades. Uh, this one here was a loss. A few days ago, today's the 24th, so 2 days ago, I executed a day trade. Um, one of 2 day trades executed this week. I haven't executed 3 day trades in 3 consecutive weeks. So I don't trade a massive amount. And you don't have to trade a massive amount. Let me get the software out the way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I got a couple losses in here. Hey, losses are a part of the game. They gonna happen. TC2000 is the software that I got you looking at. That is ASCH. What in the world is it called? Get the ticket symbol. ASCMA. Okay, so this was a stop a few days ago. You see this thing had a big spike. That's what I'm looking for. I need this volatility. I need the stock to be pushing higher. But on the 22nd, Wednesday, let's take a look at the market. Uh, the overall market is on a downward turn. We got back up to the old highs set back in September. The old high set back in September, and the market has pulled away from that. So the old high set back here in September. We've gotten back up. We had this beautiful run, and I'm almost hoping that we get another pullback of 25%. You know what I mean, off the high, so we can get this 25% bounce because the market is going to be hot. Buying and trading stocks is easy during this 25% bounce, and I'm ashamed to say that I missed the majority of this run up. And right now, the market is pulling back. Let me stretch this a little bit. So the market has been pulling back off of the new high that it's set. And now we're going sideways. We've been in sideways action for a minimum of 14 days, about 2 weeks now. We've been in sideways action with lower highs. When we do get a bounce, we're getting lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. So that's omnious signs for forward progression in the market. I'm not a soothsayer. I'm not a stock predictor, but the trend is down for right now. Just for right now. That don't mean that you can't find stocks to trade. So I jumped in that ASCMA, Accent Capital Group Incorporated. They're in the industrial sector, security and protection. Uh, let's see where I got in. I think I'm in at 160 and got out like 144. So I took a $122 loss, 700 shares in at 160, out at 144. So go ahead and break this into 5-minute candles so we can scroll all the way back to the 22nd and take a look at the price action and what exactly happened. So this stock was bouncing, nice hot jumping out of the gate. Let's make it 2-minute candles and let's see. Because I like to be closer to the actual price action. And now I'm getting commercials in my instrumental. Okay, there we go. So for the first 4 minutes of the market open, or for the first 8 minutes, these are 2-minute candles. So that's 2 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. It did nothing. And then it jumped from 132 all the way to 174 in 4 minutes. So I missed, honestly, the big bulk of this move. And I'm not worried about that because that's going to happen a lot of times. Looking at the daily candle, this is a massive gap up. This thing gapped up to the tune of 43%. And then after it opened, it pushed another 34% on the day. So now it's pulling back. But I'm in the stop, damn near at the top. I'm in at 160 exactly. I think I'm honestly in trying to catch or trying to push back, and I'm anticipating a breakout. I see that this thing can move. It did have a pullback. I get in anticipating for this stock to push back up and retest its highs. And I probably was just going to get out at the high, but you get just what I was mentioning in another video. Anytime you begin to see, okay, it set this high up here, that's 176. The next candle, it has a lower high. The next candle, slightly lower high. The next candle, lower high. So for the next 8 minutes, you get selling pressure. You get a downward spiral in both your stock and your volume. You got to look at these indicators. For the time, it's still above the VWAP, above the 9 and the 13. So I'm okay somewhat. Getting nervous though, because I'm in up here like 160. Let's put a mark on it. So I bought in pretty much right where this green line was at. I had a couple opportunities to get out with a tad bit high. I could have locked in 7 cents, like a quick scalp right there. 6 cents, a quick scalp right there. I held because I felt like, okay, I'm gonna let some of this selling pressure take place, and then I hoping for like buying, like I ended up getting way back over here at 10.16. It ended up coming back and at least touching 160, so I could have got out the trade break even, but you don't know that's gonna happen. I don't have a clue that's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to avoid getting out down here at 130. So after this big red candle here for 157, all the way down for 136, I'm about to have a panic attack. So this next candle jumped up to 140.49. I couldn't quite get out at the tip top on that candle, but I got out at 144. I was hoping for a little bit of pullback. It's like, man, no, I'm not a pullback, but a little bit of push higher. So it pulled all the way back down here to 136. This is another trade that didn't last long at all. That's a total of 10 minutes. So 12 minutes, I'm in and out of the stop. I'm not giving it too much chances, not giving it too much time with my money. And also, look at this big red candle. Look at this big red candle. Biggest candle on the day was selling pressure. So I noticed selling pressure picking up. Also, what to look at on this candle is this candle cracked all the way beneath the VWAP. And I think if I can scroll backwards that far. Yeah, so on the 1 minute chart, so I'm in this thing somewhere over in here during this consolidation phase, hoping that it will ramp back up, push back towards the high. It grind above the VWAP. I'm okay with any stop that'll stay above the VWAP. Any stop that'll stay above the VWAP, I'm cool with it. But once it gets beneath the VWAP, I'm done with it. And that's just, that's how I feel like I got to be. It cracked beneath the VWAP. I was looking to day trade, not swing trade today. So in this very next candle, I missed getting out at 148. The greed monster was hoping that it would push back up into the 150s at that time. It wasn't doing that. So I'm out at 144. And I ate a loss. How long am I yapping? But I be talking so long. On that one. So that's ASCMA. That's accent. I took a loss on that one. I also took a loss yesterday on KTOV. But this one was a slightly bit different, a big loss of $256. $700 investment, 256 pulled the investment back down to 1471. Took a slightly smaller position because the stock just wasn't looking good. I bought in on the 12th of April, so this was actually a long-term trade for me. Only 1 month and 10 days. That's long-term for me. Let's take a look at what happened in the stock. All right, so I'm definitely going to have to make this 5-minute candles. And let's do some zooming because I got to go back all the way to the 12th. So I can't do 5-minute candles. Let's try 10-minute candles and see if I can get back to April. Nope, 15-minute candles. Can I get into April the 12th? All right, so on the 15-minute candles, oh, I'm tripping. I got all the way back to March. All right, so I probably can go 5-minute candles. Nope. All right, I'm gonna stick with 15-minute candles for the sake of time. So this thing was a gap up. I need the stock to be volatile to day trade. I don't want to day trade anything that's doing this. The price action is so low, it's dead. You can't even really see the price action in the chart. And I got up a full screen. So on a 15-minute chart, if the price range looking over here to the right at the numbers over there, if your price range is between 110 and 112, 2 cents, you ain't got no business trading that at all. This stock here was scary from its beginnings though. So I'm in at 153 and I quickly was in a very bad loser position. And I did not honor my stop. I'm in at 150. I had a stop set at 148. And I really think I was in pretty much within the second 15 minutes. I probably was in the first 15 minutes in this case. But either way it goes, I'm in at $1.50. And in this candle here, this thing cracked beneath the VWAP after kind of bouncing off the VWAP. But once it cracked beneath the VWAP with this fat candle, the next candle sold lower. And from here, it's just been downhill. I was in hope mode early. I started hoping this thing would come up at 10:45. I was hoping it would get back up at 10:30, an hour into the day. And that's when I pretty much looked to stop out. And it just sold. It pulled back, and it stayed beneath its volume weighted average price for days, pretty much. For days. And right now, it still ain't doing much of nothing. Now, some other things I want to point out, looking at the daily chart now, that, after I had gotten in on this day, I looked at this chart because sometimes you got to get into the movement before the thought of trying to do some research. Sometimes you got to get involved with the stock before you try to do research. Because by the time you get done reading up on the company, the movement is done and you missed an opportunity. So I guess that's some FOMO right there, fear of missing out. So I jumped in. I didn't trade accordingly though, because there's warning signs, and I'm human, so it happens sometimes. I always get back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm making it easier for myself to get back simply by making sure I got more capital in my account, trading with more capital. Been nervous about doing that for some time, but trading with more capital should help me out a tad bit. But I look back and notice that the last day this thing gapped up, it took a dump. Gap, took a crap. So that's a pattern for this thing. Gap higher, second day this thing took a crap, and it's been running down ever since. So, but with that though, what I thought was like, okay, this was the 14th of March. I bought in on the 12th, and it had a gap before then. Okay, so that's 1.9 months from this gap up on the 15th of January to the actually 2 months. Yeah, 2 months exactly to the 14th of March. And then it gapped up again on the 12th of April. So I figured at about around the 15th, 16th, 20th of May, I might get another gap. So I'm going to just hold it for a while. You know what I'm saying? $500 ain't going to make me rich. Losing $200 ain't going to make me poor. So while I'm learning to do this thing, though, I got to tighten up on those losses. I ended up taking a big loss on this trade. But, I'm not going to say that it's okay. I'm not going to say that it's okay. But when you get a stock fat candle move like this, I can get some of them losses back in no time. So I locked in 2 losses on on the 22nd, but today in RVLT, I'm already beginning to recover some of that there with a minimal of 4 cents movement, and could have had a bigger gain than that. Could have got about all of that back in today's price action. But you're not going to always capture every bit of the movement, and you don't need a whole bunch of movement. You know what I mean? With the right amount of money, if this was $10,000 right here using to invest, this would be $1,290.04. If this was, you know what I mean, a $10,000 investment instead of a $1,400 investment, I'd be up $1,000 in that same 4 cents. So it depends on how much skill you got and how much capital you got. Hey, this is Pursuit of Freedom.